Hello and welcome back to episode 16 here on Fenton Forest. And in this episode today we will be doing some chicken farming. So before we get kicked off with today's episode, if you like today's episode, please hit that like button, as that helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more content from the channel, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so you're notified when we post new videos. Well, so today we are going to be stocking our chickens. Now, in the flurry of mods I added a couple of days ago, well, essentially a couple of episodes ago now, I added a mod called the Livestock Trailer add-on. Now this mod enables you to transport chickens, among doing some other tweaks to trailers for transporting livestock, to allow you to actually transport chickens in various trailers. And one of the things I've done is I've actually changed the trailer that I use from the silver Wilson trailer to this quite fancy black one. Which will basically be running our chickens through to the farm. So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to bring up the sort of trailers and actually just kind of explain what's actually happened. So in animal transport, what's actually happened is all of the default trailers, such as this Betamax RDS 750, the AM19 and some of the others, have all had a new stat added, and it's this one here, which enables you to carry chickens. And in this case, AM19 enables you to carry 228 chickens. And there's 90 in the Betamax. The Silver Star gets you 240. Now, I've actually got this LS540 trailer installed. This one allows me to actually carry a whopping 322 chickens. So we will be... I've purchased this trailer and replaced the silver Wilson Silver Star that we were running with before, with this new one, and it actually boosts our actual cow capacity and our sheep and so on as well. So we're all-round bonus. So what we've got here, and I'm just going to get in our truck, and we're going to go up to the animal dealer and we're going to buy ourselves some chickens, and that way we can get things started off with some chickens. Now, just to kind of explain a few things, we've got a few bits and pieces on the farm to sort of promote the chickens. Obviously we can basically load ourselves up with chickens and make some eggs. We've got some egg production things on the go. We've got some pallets and the like, which enable us to stack eggs. We've got some egg sale stuff, and did I go past the actual... oh damn it, I think I went past the entrance. Oh well, I went past the entrance. There's a roundabout around here, we'll use that to turn around. So we've got a few production items that we can use with chickens, and we can sell them and so on. So in effect what we're doing is we're adding another item of production on the farm. We've got our wool, and we've got our milk, and we've got our pigs. But I don't know what really pigs do other than make slurry. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Also we can sell them for meat basically. But in essence, what we'll be doing is using those to produce eggs that we can then sell on. And the more chickens we have, the more eggs we can produce, And we're actually going to buy a lot of chickens. Now we're going to buy egg only chickens. I don't think we might get a couple of roosters, maybe like 3 or 4 roosters, but we are going to get a lot of chickens, like a lot. So I am actually thinking of literally filling this trailer full of chickens. So we may have a lot of clicking involved to get them, because we can't do a bulk buy, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is just sort out what sort of chicken I want, and then we'll do a purchase, and then once we've done that we'll head back to the farm. So here we are in the animal dealer, and we head down to the chickens. We've got 4 chicken options. We have the white leghorn female. This is basically an egg breeder, and this is essentially top of our priority, so we want this guy here. Do we want Cornish cross? Not really, because it's a meat breed. Rhode Island red, it's a hybrid, it's both eggs and meat, and probably not as, actually it looks like it could be a good option, but I think I'll get a few of those as well. So we've got some white leghorns, we'll definitely get those guys. Rhode Island reds, we'll get a handful of those, and then we'll get maybe 2 or 3 roosters. We won't get a huge number, but we just want these so that we can just to get a bit of fertilized eggs, I guess. So that's basically the kind of sort of structure we're going to go for. So let's get some chickens. So the other thing, the mod that we added, the tramp thing, it does give me a little indication of how many we're actually got loaded up, and we've only got 25 so far, and we have 320 to go, as it were. So we've got quite a few. So I am going to be buying a lot of chickens, well over 100 at this point. Okay, so we've got all our chickens. I've decided I wasn't going to go for the full 300. I'm going to go for a nice round 250. So that's the thing, and it's only costing us just over £1,600 to actually purchase those chickens. So with that, I'm going to head back to the farm, and basically we shall go to the actual farmyard. I think is probably the closest spot, and I will set off auto drive to take us back down there, and I will catch you back on the farmyard in a minute. Okay, we're back onto the farmyard. So this the livestock trailer add-on that we've used to enable us to do the chicken transport. This is a mod that, as well as doing a number of sort of default trailers, it also, as I say, it also supports modders basically. Using the functionality, as it were, and as I say, there are a number of third-party trailers and modder trailers that actually have this support as well, which is really cool. I'm not sure if we can't see the chickens in the back of this trailer. On some of the trailers you can, so we need to take this to this spot here, so we can essentially. It's a really small spot. I'm hoping that we can bring up the menu, and I've got to move all these over, so I will see you guys in a minute whilst I move these into the yard. Okay, so we've got all of those chickens loaded, and they are pretty much everywhere. That is kind of weird, yet kind of crazy. Okay, so let's get these. They are all over the yard. I've just noticed this. They are literally wandering everywhere. We can have a maximum of 1,200 chickens. I'm going to send this to prod lot I'm going to send this to prod lot 1, and then I will head over and sort of sort out the food situation for these. So let's have a look at this lot here. So we need to have food and water for the chickens, and let's go in here. Chicken pen, we need some wheat, we need some water. Let's go grab both of those. So first things first, let's grab some wheat. We'll head into the old shed here and pick up the truck, a little tipper truck. We'll use a small one this time, and we will fill up from the silo. We do actually have some wheat in the silo. Kind of purchased some from the global market actually, just to test it out, and purchased a bit of wheat because I knew I'd need it. And we'll see how this goes. If we need more, we'll get more. I'll pick up the water trailer as well, and we'll fill this up. And these should then start producing producing eggs. And one of the things I'll need to do is pick up a set of what do you call it? Of actual empty pallets to use for storage for these. So now we move that big. So we move the old straw sale point because essentially it's not something I want to use here anyway. I want to sell. If I'm going to sell my straw, I'm going to sell it elsewhere, I think. But I'm actually probably going to use my straw to make things rather than actually to actually sell straight off. So basically make bales or something like that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet. But effectively, I wasn't going to use that sell point anyway, which is quite cool. So I've freed up some yard space by doing that. I haven't quite figured out what I want to put there. I do kind of feel like I want to put the honey production stuff that's part of Global Company. I kind of want to maybe put that on the yard and put a little the warehouse that they have on the yard. That's kind of one of my thoughts. Maybe, not quite sure yet. I need to sort of figure out what's what. What I'm going to just do is, I think this needs filling. Let's top this up, and then we shall take this to the chickens and then fill them up. And then we should have chickens, cows, and we have then we'll have and sheep as well. We've got all of the major animal groups except for horses set up at this point. Right. Oops. Really? Do we only really need that much water? That seems an awfully not much water. We only needed, wow, that's actually a really small amount of water. So we've got our sheeps sorted, we've got our cow pens. These have all been fed, by the way. I did these all off camera. You don't want to see me spending ages and ages feeding all the animals at the start of this episode, because I need to do something different. We will probably do like an entire feeding animals session at some point, but not today. So those of the chickens are done. and that's kind of that piece done. So what one of the things I need to do is I want to purchase some pallets that I'm going to use for the chickens, for the eggs, and I'll pop this back down here. Whoa, almost. Just check this is going to be refilled. No. Okay. Leave that there, and I think we need to head up to the shop and purchase the pallets we need. And hopefully by the time we get back we'll have some chickens, maybe, sorry, some eggs from the chickens. Maybe, I don't know. Not sure when they kind of lay their eggs, to be honest. Seasons has kind of tweaks and plays around with all of the timing for various aspects of the farm, but I do see a box on the thing, so we do have an egg. We have a box. So we do have a box. So that's cool. It's 4 litres. What I'm going to do is drive up to the, drive up to the shop. We need essentially some pallets that we're going to use to collect the eggs. So what I'm going to do is head up to the shop and purchase those and then drive them back. And we'll basically go from there. So I will see you guys presently, but when we get to the shop, and we'll be purchasing some items. So I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, we are now arriving at the shop. The trailer is already here from our from before. But what I'm going to do is send this guy back to the house. Sure why that's not going. Ah, got to stop him. Send this guy back to the house and park him up. And he should go. And we need to purchase some pallets. So what I'm going to just do is kind of turn this around, and then we can do our purchase. And there we go. Right, so what do we need? So pallets are something now that's available in here. I've actually got a couple of pallets. So these are the normal pallets that you kind of see. These are for some of the baler mods that I've got installed. This is Def Fuel. We have these which are single-use pallets. You can only use them once. These are the reusables. I think I'm going to buy the reusables, to be honest, because they're pretty useful. These are for some other bits and pieces. This one here is like a crate. It will hold 120 egg boxes, but we're actually going to use this one here. And I'm going to do it without the signs, and I'm going to actually have the large capacity one. And I'm going to buy, I think I'm going to buy like 4 of these. And I buy a couple of the small ones as well, just so it makes it look cool. We've got 4 even a thing, so we've got essentially 6 of those. I don't think we'll need much more of those. What I just need to do is, I can never remember the type of containers. We need bales, we need pallets. I think it's those, and that should pick those up, right? And okay, we have our 6 pallets. I will turn this around and head this back to the farm, and I will see you guys at the farmyard. Okay, so we're back on the yard, and what I need to do is figure out how we not pop these down. So I need to cut, from what I understand, if we just drop these onto the spawner here, oops, I kind of bumped my Land Rover. We basically pop these onto the spawner here. We will actually, it will essentially just fill them up as we go. So that is pretty cool. I'm actually going to do a water drive extension to my route, actually, just to do this kind of loop. I seem to be doing this an awful lot to turn around. I originally did a loop which just turned around here, but I don't see the point of that anymore. Okay, so let's pop this forward. So we actually want to back up a little bit. I need to be a bit closer. I drop those down. I want to pop them kind of there. And I'm doing the unload key. It's the Y key, isn't it? In theory, that should have those spawn into there. So what we can do, let's put one in there, I think. Hasn't quite filled up a box yet, but it did disappear, so let's hope it's working. Now, from what I understand, egg production rate in Farming Sim is, I think, it is somewhere around the kind of 480 litres a day. So yeah, so we'll be producing every 1 litre of eggs every 15 minutes. So that's from what I understand. So let me just work this out. Let's see. Yeah, they kind of have yeah, the production rate is kind of like starts at 0 eggs per 15 minutes. With 100 chickens every 15 minutes, the production rate increases by 0.1 litres, and after about 2.5 hours, we'll have 1 litre of eggs per minute. So, and that's in game hours, I believe. So, I think we should basically have quite a few eggs by the end of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the time scale a little bit, just so we can get a bit more of the eggs going. We'll see. We should basically see those increase. But yeah, that is the chickens, and we've got the water sorted. We have the food sorted. We have the chickens that are running around the farm. They produce manure as well, I believe, which goes here, which is cool. Everything produces manure. One of the things we've actually done, and just kind of thing, we've tweaked the pigs so they don't have straw. I'm not doing straw with them, so when they produce slurry and not manure. The cows produce manure, and the pigs will produce our slurry. That's kind of my plan. I'm also gonna, I don't know about the horses. I need to figure out about the horses. Well, my kind of idea with the horses, if I use the horses, I'll get them producing manure and buy a bunch of horses and just keep them. The chickens here are kind of going and doing their thing, and we've got 250 of them. We'll have more, I guess, when they have newborns. But we've got eggs. We've got more eggs, actually. As you can see, we've got a box. And we have 50 litres of eggs, and we're slowly going up. But that's cool. We will be doing our eggs. Now, one of the things I haven't actually checked on is sheep. We've had no wool yet. I'm not sure what the deal is with the wool. I think there is a time frame. I know cows, I understand now cows, they need to have a calf before they actually can produce milk. And so we see this next animal in 0.6 years and 0.7 years and so on. So we need to go through a time frame of the game for these cows to essentially have calves. And we only have a couple of bulls. And what I think I might need to do is purchase another couple of bulls to sort of kind of speed up the process, so that basically we can have more calves, so that they basically produce milk. Maybe, I don't know, we've only got a couple of bulls. And I'm thinking we need a few more, maybe a couple more. We'll probably get some more. We'll basically get some more cows, but we'll do that for another episode. But with that, I think today's episode is finished. We are done. We have got ourselves some chickens up and running, and we have got ourselves some eggs being produced, which is awesome. And we will probably pick up next time with some more tests. We're on essentially day 2 of summer, by the way, so we're in that kind of intermediate period. Next time we will probably be on day 3, and we'll be sort of getting ready for harvest. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. But with that, thank you for watching, have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time.